So guys, welcome back to the class. In this class, you are going to learn about MAC addresses. MAC stands for Media Access Control. Every device that has ability to communicate over networks that can send and receive data have network interface, and it is made by the manufacturer of that device. The device could be a smartphone, router, laptop, desktop, tablet or any other device, and that network interface is physical address of that device. Any device have two addresses, physical address and a logical address. We are going to discuss about logical address in the next class. MAC address, that is MAC, is physical address of a device. It is a unique identifier assigned to a network interface controller, that is NIC. NIC stands for Network Interface Controller, and it is a physical component that is used for communication with a network segment. And to this physical component, that is NIC, unique identifier MAC is assigned by the manufacturer of the device. It is also called as hardware address or a physical address of the device. As you can see in the screen over here, you have a laptop, desktop, mobile and a networking device. That could be a router or a switch. In this case, it is a switch and has multiple Ethernet ports. If you consider desktop in the screen, it has one physical address, that is MAC address, to its NIC. By default, desktops comes with single network interface card, NIC card. So it has one physical address. But if you consider a laptop, it has three physical addresses. One is for your NIC card, that is Ethernet port. The other is for inbuilt Wi-Fi card, and the third one is a Bluetooth. So your laptop has three physical addresses. And if you consider a mobile, it has two physical addresses, that is one for Bluetooth, the other is for Wi-Fi. And if you consider a router or a switch which has multiple Ethernet ports, all these ports have unique MAC addresses for each of its NIC, Network Interface Controller. MAC is a 48-bit address. As you can see the example over here, 9822 A6 33 DA and 9F. This is a hexadecimal format and are separated by either hyphen or a colon. And this is the structure of a MAC address. As said, MAC address is made of 48 bits and are divided into 6 sets. Each set is called as an octet and it have total 6 octets, making 6 into 8 48 bits, and first 3 octets are OUI, that is organizationally unique identifier. So first 3 octets, that is 8 into 3, 24 bits are the manufacturer's identification, and the last 24 bits are network interface controller identification, that is to identify a device to which it has been assigned. So physical addresses are permanent addresses. Of course, cyber criminals change their MAC addresses, and we will also learn how to change the MAC address as well. But we are penetration testers, not cyber criminals. We have to be responsible keeping that in mind. And let me open the browser. Open your favorite browser and type MAC address generator. As you can see on the screen, these are the list of the websites, and on the top one, that is miniwebtool.com. Click on it to open the website. Let me scroll down. And as you can see, MAC address prefix. This is a MAC address generator tool. You can generate a random MAC addresses over here. So you can see 4 formats. But generally you will have to consider 2 only, either separated by hyphens or colons. And let me generate one MAC address. Let me choose separated by colon format, and let me choose the uppercase and click on generate MAC address. And if I scroll down, this is a generated MAC address 2C8A04AC EO and 89, and as you can see over here, you can book tickets for Dubai, book 5 nights and enjoy extraordinary benefits. I don't know what kind of benefits they are giving over here, but ads are too much disturbing, but Dubai is a good place. Anyway, let me copy the MAC address and again open the browser and type MAC address lookup and hit enter. As you can see, these are the list of websites that give service of checking of or looking MAC addresses. So let me open the second link, that is macaddress.io. So this is the website, and here you can see a search bar. You can paste the copied MAC address And if you hit on the search button, it will give you the details of the MAC address, that is OUI, organizationally unique identifier, that we have just read earlier. It means that it gives the information of the manufacturer. So let me paste the MAC address that I have copied and let me click on the search button. And we are retrieving the MAC address details. And as you can see over here, vendor details none, block details, the MAC address does not belong to any registered block because we have generated it virtually. So there are no details of this MAC address, which is 2C8804AC E0 and 89. You can see MAC address details is valid, true. What is that? True, I guess, because the address format is correct. That could be true. Virtual machine. We are going to create virtual machines and learn about them. And when we create virtual machines, it has a MAC address. So this address does not belong to virtual machine also. So virtual machine not detected. Transmission type is unicast. Administration type is UAA. So how do you find the MAC address? Let me open a command prompt. Open run and type cmd and hit enter. So this is your command prompt. And type ipconfig/all and hit enter. Wow. So as you can see over here, description, under description for wireless LAN adapter Wi-Fi F8281985B3B1. This is the MAC address of wireless LAN adapter, that is Wi-Fi card. And let me copy the MAC address. Just select and hit enter to copy the MAC address. And let me go back to the same website again. And in here let me paste the MAC address and search about this MAC address details, the MAC address of my Wi-Fi card. Paste and click on new search. And as you can see the details of the MAC address over here. Vendor details, OUI F82819 is private, false. Manufacturing company name is Lithion Tech Corporation, and it is from Taipei City, Taiwan.
Back off, you don't know the components!
They're components, American components, Russian components, all made in Taiwan!
And as you can see, that was from the movie Armageddon, that was released in 1998, and you can see most of the components are from Taiwan. So this vendor details could be a genuine one, and here you can see the block details and MAC address details. Now let us see how to change the MAC address of our computer. Let me go back and open the command prompt again. ipconfig/all. Hit enter. Let me scroll up for Ethernet address, not Wi-Fi card. So as you can see, Ethernet adapter. The MAC address is under description, which is 080027DA99 and 62. Let me select and copy it. Select and hit enter to copy. Open any favorite browser and in google.com type MAC changer and hit on the Google search. And as you can see over here, technetium.com is a website that is providing a tool to change the MAC address of a Windows machine. And if you scroll down here, you can see Technetium MAC address changes allows you to change or spoof MAC address of your NIC instantly. It's a very simple user interface and provides ample information regarding each NIC in the machine. So down here you can see the features. Works on Windows 10, 8, 7 and both on 32-bit and 64-bit machines and so on. You can read the features of these tools as well. Let me scroll up and download the tool. This TMAC tool is version 6.0.7 and let me click on download now button. Click on direct download. As you can see, it's downloading. Let me view the downloads now. Open in a folder. As you can see, publisher of this program could not be verified, not an issue. And here is the TMAC version 6.0.7. Let us install this application. Click on yes. Click on next. Agree the terms and conditions. Again click on next. Next. Options and initialization. And the application is installing on your computer machine, that is Windows computer. Finish to finish the installation process. Now close the windows and close the browser as well. Now this is the physical address of my machine, which is 080027DA99 and 62. Let me open another terminal. So this is the another terminal. And let me open the software which I have installed, that is TMAC v6, as you can see over here. Yes. Oh, this application is made in India, not in Taiwan. Now as you can see, this is the interface of this application, and we have two network interface cards. Generally we have a loopback adapter, which is by default there in every computer system. And as you can see, the MAC address of local area connection, that is for loopback address, is 000000 and so on. It's down and non-operational. And if you see the first one, which is Ethernet, MAC address is not changed for both of the network connections. The MAC address of Ethernet is 080027DA99 and 62, as we just saw earlier using the command prompt in the terminal. So as you can see in the command prompt, both are the same. So down here you have the information of the MAC address. Connection Ethernet, device is a desktop adapter, Intel, and hardware information, config ID and so on. And right side you can see the original MAC address is 08 and active MAC address is again 0800, so on. And here in the empty slot, which is divided by hyphens, you can type your own MAC address if you know, or you can generate one, which we have did earlier in this class using the MAC address generator, or you can just click on the random MAC address to generate one random MAC address. So let me click on random MAC address. So this is the random MAC address which we have generated, that is 002129F8, FE and 77. Click on change now. So once we have changed, MAC address was changed successfully, as you can see over here. Now if you see over here, the original MAC address is same, which is 080027 and so on, but the active MAC address is what we have generated randomly. Now let me go back to the command prompt and type the command ipconfig/all. In the Ethernet section, so we have changed the physical address 002129F8, FE and 77. But the original was, which is 0800, as you can see, compare both the thing. This is how we have changed the MAC address successfully of this machine. And if you want to restore back, this is the option. Click on the restore original. Now MAC address was restored to original MAC address successfully. And as you can see, the active MAC address is again the original one. So that's it in the class, guys. In the next class we are going to see about the logical addresses. We have just seen the physical address of any machine. In the next class we are going to see the logical addresses, that is IP addresses of a machine or a devices. Thank you for watching. Have a great day, guys. Thank you for watching the video, and do subscribe to the YouTube channel INSECTECHS.